Have you ever heard the story of the black-eyed children? It's a tale that's whispered around campfires and shared in hushed tones online. A modern myth that feels just a little too real. It usually starts the same way. A knock on your door? Late at night, you open it to find two children, maybe between 6 and 16 years old. They seem off. Their clothes are strange, either old-fashioned or just not right for the weather. But it's their eyes you notice last. They are completely black. No whites, no iris, just two endless, dark voids. And they have a simple, chilling request. Let us in. Tonight, we're diving deep into one of the most famous and unsettling encounters with these alleged beings. A story reported by a journalist named Brian Bethley back in 1996. This isn't just another spooky story. It's the account that arguably launched the black-eyed children phenomenon into the public consciousness. Bethel's experience is so detailed and so visceral that it has been analyzed and debated for over 2 decades. Was he the victim of a bizarre prank? Did his mind play tricks on him? Or did he come face to face with something truly inexplicable? Let's set the scene. It's a quiet evening in Abilene, Texas. Brian Bethel is sitting in his car in a movie theater parking lot, using the light from the marquee to write out a check. Suddenly, he hears a soft, insistent knock on his driver's side window. He looks up, and his life changes forever. Standing there are 2 boys, probably around 10 to 12 years old. One has olive skin and curly hair. The other is pale with freckles and red hair. Their clothes are simple, but what strikes Bethel first is the overwhelming, bone-deep sense of fear that washes over him. It's a primal, irrational terror that screams danger before his logical mind can even process what he is seeing. The boys look anxious. They tell him they need a ride. They want to go see a movie, Mortal Kombat, but they left their money at their mom's house. They just need a lift. It's a simple request, one you might get from any kid in a similar situation. But Bethel is frozen. His hand is on the door lock, ready to open it, but something is holding him back. He describes it as a fight-or-flight response kicking in, his body telling him to get away, fast. He tries to rationalize his fear. They're just kids. What's the problem? He starts to make excuses. Well, the movie's about to start. You'll miss the beginning, he says, trying to sound helpful. But the boys are persistent. It's okay, sir. We don't have to be there for the start. We just need a ride. We don't have a phone. Can you just help us? Their voices are calm, almost hypnotic, but their insistence is unnerving. And all the while, that inexplicable dread is growing stronger, like a physical pressure building in the car. Bethel feels like a cornered animal, like prey staring down a predator. He can't understand why. And then, he finally looks, really looks, at their eyes. He describes them as cold black. No sclera, no iris, no pupil. Just 2 solid, dark orbs that seem to suck in all the light around them. The moment he sees their eyes, the illusion shatters. The fear is no longer irrational. It has a source. These are not normal children. His heart is pounding. The boys seem to sense the shift in him. Their calm demeanor breaks. We can't come in unless you tell us it's okay, the first boy says, his voice now laced with frustration, with anger. Let us in. That sentence is the key that unlocks the true horror of the situation for Bethel. The politeness is gone, replaced by a demanding, almost threatening tone. It's a command, not a request. Let us in. This phrase is a cornerstone of the entire black-eyed children legend. The idea that these beings need permission to enter your space, your car, your home. It taps into ancient folklore about vampires and other malevolent entities that are bound by rules of invitation. It suggests a power dynamic that is terrifyingly out of your control, unless you hold fast to that one simple word. No. For Brian Bethel, his survival instinct finally overpowered his politeness. He slammed the car into reverse, his hands shaking, and sped out of the parking lot. He didn't dare look back. Ehus drove, trying to put as much distance as possible between himself and those 2 figures. When he finally glanced in his rearview mirror, Te Waragone, the parking lot was empty. as if they had never been there at all. But the memory, the feeling of pure terror, was seared into his mind. After his encounter, Bethel did what many of us would do in the digital age. He shared his story online. He posted it to a mailing list about ghostly encounters, hoping to find answers or at least some validation. What he found was that he wasn't alone. His story resonated with people. Soon, others started coming forward with their own eerily similar experiences. Reports flooded in from all over the world. A couple in Portland, a homeowner in rural England, a driver on a lonely road in the Midwest. The details varied slightly, but the core elements remained the same. To children, a request for entry, and those soulless black eyes. So, what are we to make of this? Skeptics offer plenty of logical explanations. The most common is that these are simply pranks. Teenagers with large, black sclera contact lenses, which are readily available, could easily replicate the look. The motive, to scare people and get a reaction. It's a plausible theory. The world is full of people who enjoy a good hoax. Others suggest it could be a case of misidentification. In low light, pupils can dilate to a point where the iris is barely visible. Could fear and shadow be playing tricks on the witnesses' minds, exaggerating what they saw? Then there's the psychological angle. Our brains are wired to recognize faces, and eyes are a crucial part of that. When we see something that deviates from the norm, like completely black eyes, it triggers an uncanny valley effect. Our brain registers that something is fundamentally wrong, leading to feelings of revulsion and fear. It's possible that Brian Bethel encountered children with a rare medical condition or genetic anomaly, and his fear-filled mind filled in the blanks, creating a monster where there was none. But these explanations don't quite satisfy everyone, especially those who have had the experience. They don't account for the overwhelming, preternatural fear that witnesses like Bethel describe, a feeling that precedes the actual sight of the eyes. They don't explain the strange, stilted speech patterns or the odd persistence of the children, and they don't explain why so many independent accounts from different places and times share such specific, consistent details. The insistence on being invited in, for example, is a very peculiar and specific element to be independently fabricated by so many different people. This leads us into the realm of the paranormal. Some believe the black-eyed children are demons, or other malevolent spirits taking on a non-threatening form to gain access to their victims. Children are universally seen as innocent and harmless, making them the perfect disguise. Others theorize they could be some form of alien-human hybrid, conducting unknown experiments or observations. Still others connect them to old-world folklore about fae or goblins, mischievous and often dangerous beings from another realm who operate by their own strange rules. The story of Brian Bethel remains the ground zero for this modern urban legend. It has a perfect storm of creepy elements. The isolation of being alone in a car at night, the vulnerability of a knock on the window, the innocence of children turned into something monstrous, and the deeply unsettling image of those black eyes. It plays on our most fundamental fears. The fear of the unknown, the fear of the predator in disguise, and the fear that evil can appear at our doorstep wearing a friendly face. Whether you believe it was a real encounter with the supernatural, a sophisticated prank, or a trick of the mind, the story's power is undeniable. It has become a part of our modern folklore, a digital campfire tale that continues to evolve and terrify a new generation. It reminds us that sometimes the scariest things aren't the monsters hiding in the dark, but the ones standing in plain sight, politely asking to be let in. So, the next time you hear a late-night knock on your door, you might just hesitate for a second before you open it. You never know who, or what, might be waiting on the other side. What do you think? Have you ever had a strange encounter you couldn't explain? Let us know your thoughts and stories in the comments below. And if you enjoy diving into these mysteries, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more explorations into the unexplained. Thanks for watching.